This is what all young draft picks want to see, and the only thing I'll say for him is this. You got to go out there, you got to make one or two wild plays, play a clean game, but you got to give him something to remember.
We know where he comes from, we know who his father is, we know what the standard is. All he has to do is show poise and show that he can handle the pressure. Be in the pocket, make smart decisions, throw accuracy, and I think it'll be fine. I think he can set himself up where they have to make a decision.
And you can control that preparation. You can control what to do in and out of the huddle. You may not have great chemistry with your receivers, but you've earned this. Go out there, take advantage of it. Like for August 6th, guys, this is a big story. Like,
no
go
question.
Earn the job or go earn more reps in week 2.
Breaking news out of Cleveland. Shedeur Sanders has been named the starting quarterback for the Browns' upcoming preseason game, and the announcement has sent shockwaves through the NFL. This isn't just another depth chart update. It's a moment that could reshape the future of a franchise and the trajectory of a young quarterback's career. From fans in the stands to analysts at the desk, and even legends who've worn gold jackets, all eyes are now locked on Shadur. The support is loud, the spotlight is bright, and the expectations couldn't be higher. But amid the noise, one voice cut through louder than the rest. ESPN's Lewis Riddick didn't just offer praise. He delivered a challenge. This is your moment. Take it. Don't coast through with a safe performance. Don't aim for good enough. Give everyone something unforgettable. And that challenge isn't coming lightly. With the Sanders name comes weight, legacy, fame, pressure. And now, the time for talk is over. The world is watching. The pressure is real. And Shedeur Sanders is finally on the clock.
To Pickett, and yes, they're introducing Gabriel. He's going to be on the field.
Yeah.
And now he's got the opportunity. I'm curious to see how he does with such limited reps in practice.
NFL analyst Peter Schrager has never been one to mince words. And when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, he's making his stance crystal clear. While some critics are quick to chalk up Sanders' preseason start to pure circumstance, injuries to Dillon Gabriel and Kenny Pickett, a stroke of luck, Schrager isn't having it. He pushed back hard on that idea, insisting this isn't about fortune. It's about merit. Stop acting like this is just luck, Schrager said. Shadur didn't stumble into this spot. He earned it, and he's not wrong. Behind the scenes, Shadur has been relentless. Consistency in the film room. Precision in his mechanics. Grit in every rep. This wasn't handed to him. It was carved out through preparation and sheer will. Now, with the lights shining and the depth chart cleared, the conversation shifts. It's no longer about how he got here. It's about what he'll do now that he's arrived. Can he rise above the pressure? Can he silence those who still doubt whether he belongs? Even Lewis Riddick, one of Shedur's loudest supporters, issued a word of caution. The stage is finally his, but there's a catch. Shadur hasn't had many reps with the Browns' first-team offense. And in the NFL, chemistry doesn't appear overnight. Timing, trust, rhythm, it all takes time. So now, with the spotlight brighter than ever, Shedeur Sanders faces his biggest test yet, performing like a franchise quarterback with only fragments of preparation. The moment is his. What he does with it, that's the story.
Well, look, this is the opportunity I think we all would like to see him get in terms of having first-team reps in a game setting. Now, the problem is he hasn't taken a whole lot of reps with the first team. So as I talked about previously here, this is the kind of scenario that you don't want. You want to go, you're going out there with the first team, but you haven't really repped with them. This is what all young draft picks want to see. And the only thing I'll say for him is this. You got to go out there, you got to make one or two wild plays, play a clean game, but you got to give them something to remember when they go back in those personnel meetings.
And let's not forget, Lewis Riddick didn't just hype up Shedeur Sanders for the sake of a soundbite. He made sure to drive his point home with conviction. If there's anyone built for this moment, it's Shadur. Not because of the name on his jersey, but because of the resume he's already started to build. We've seen what he's capable of. At Colorado, Shadur didn't just show flashes of potential. He took over games. Calm under pressure. Deadly accurate. Composed in chaos. There's a reason he drew national attention week after week. The moment never seemed too big. The stage never shook him. He played with ice in his veins, dissecting defenses with surgical precision. That kind of control, that level of poise, it's rare. It's the difference between a quarterback who survives and one who leads. Between someone who plays in the NFL and someone who defines it. And now, with the lights brighter and the stakes higher, the question isn't whether Shadur can handle the moment. It's whether the moment is finally big enough for him.
But if there's anybody who was built to handle this kind of opportunity, it's him, because of the kind of football he played at Colorado, because of the kind of young man that he is.
Chris Broussard added another layer to the growing conversation, one grounded in both praise and realism. He acknowledged what's been evident to those paying close attention. Shedeur Sanders has shown flashes of brilliance throughout training camp, moments of poise, precision, and promise that hint at something greater. But Broussard didn't stop at the highlight reel. He pointed to the truth behind the hype. Until now, Sanders hasn't had the chance to prove himself against elite NFL competition. Limited snaps, second-team reps, controlled environments. For all his potential, the true test has always remained just out of reach. But that changes now. With the starting job finally in his hands, there are no more hypotheticals, no more caveats. This is no longer about potential. It's about production. This is Shedeur Sanders' moment to make the leap. From a name on a depth chart to a force on the field. From promising talent to proven playmaker. And if he delivers, everything changes.
This is his chance. Even though it looks like he's been practicing well, what we talked earlier, like it just seems like they don't want to give him the shot to really move up. Well, they have to now.
Chris Broussard didn't just highlight the moment. He forecasted the opportunity it could become. According to him, if Shedeur Sanders starts hot, this won't be some brief, symbolic first-quarter cameo. This could turn into something far more significant. 3 full quarters of live NFL action. Not walkthroughs, not joint practices. Real snaps, real speed, real pressure. And that, Broussard emphasized, is priceless. For a rookie quarterback, there's no substitute for in-game reps. It's a chance most young QBs don't get until late in the preseason, if at all. And if Shadur can capitalize on it early, he may be accelerating a timeline that few saw coming. But Broussard didn't stop there. He pulled back the curtain on Cleveland's quarterback room and laid out what many have been quietly thinking, that Shedeur Sanders might not just be a preseason experiment. He might be the future. In a group that includes veterans and stopgaps, Broussard believes Sanders stands alone. Arm strength, poise, leadership, the intangibles and the mechanics, they're all there. He's not just another rookie trying to survive the preseason. He might be the only quarterback in that building with a shot at becoming the Browns' long-term answer. And if he's even close to ready, Cleveland can't afford to ignore that.
He's the only one, with all due respect to Dylan Gabriel, who even remotely could be like their quarterback of the future.
That's the thing.
Like
that
no one else is their guy of the future.
So that's, and I know
Nick Wright didn't hesitate to make his stance known, and he didn't sugarcoat a single word. As the quarterback conversation in Cleveland intensified, Wright added fuel to the fire, firmly stating what others have only whispered behind the scenes. In his view, none of the current options, not Dylan Gabriel, not Joe Flacco, not Kenny Pickett, are the long-term answer for the Browns. And then he went a step further. Even Deshaun Watson, the highly paid, high-profile quarterback the franchise once staked its future on, isn't part of that long-term vision, according to Wright. The performances haven't justified the investment. The trajectory no longer matches the promise. For Wright, the writing is on the wall, and the Browns can't afford to keep pretending otherwise. Instead, he turned everyone's attention to one name, Shedeur Sanders. Wright sees something different in Sanders. Not just youth or hype, but potential. Real, sustainable, long-term potential. He believes the Browns are standing at a crossroads. One direction leads back to recycled veterans and short-term answers. The other? A bold and proven path with Shadur at the center of it. And if Wright is right, the future of the Browns' quarterback position no longer belongs to experience. It belongs to upside. And that upside might be wearing number 14.
a 0% chance Joe Flacco is the Browns starting quarterback in 3 years. 0% chance Kenny Pickett. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. I know friend of the show, Dan Lanning, will be mad at me saying this. I think 0% chance Dylan Gabriel is your franchise quarterback in 3 years. It's obviously not Snoop Huntley. It's obviously not Deshaun Watson.
Former NFL wide receiver Greg Jennings brought a player's perspective to the conversation. One rooted in experience, pressure, and the reality of what it takes to lead an NFL locker room. And when it comes to Shedeur Sanders, Jennings sees a young quarterback who already understands what this moment truly means. According to Jennings, Shedeur's mindset isn't just about making plays. It's about proving something deeper, that he can earn the full trust of those around him. Not just from the coaching staff, but from the men in that huddle. The veterans, the leaders, the ones who've seen countless rookies come and go. Jennings knows that in the NFL, trust isn't handed out. It's earned through command, poise, and execution under pressure. Jennings believes Shedeur is stepping into this opportunity not just to perform, but to lead, to show that he can take control of a drive, dictate tempo, and keep the offense locked in. That he belongs not as a backup, not as a future piece, but as the man under center right now. And that belief, Jennings argues, already exists in the locker room. The teammates who've practiced with Shedeur, who've seen him throw, who've watched him work, they know what he can do. Now, it's about showing the rest of the league.
The things that he's been able to do with the talent of the guys that he's been on the field with.
Good problem.
Like, I don't care. Give me these guys. Now it's my opportunity to not only show the coaching staff, but the guys kind of already know. I've been throwing with these guys all off season. They kind of already know what I can do, but it's now my opportunity to play against another set of uniforms that aren't ours.
Greg Jennings didn't just stop at mindset. He went deeper into the realities of the roster and the rare opportunity Shedeur Sanders is walking into. Unlike most rookies who get tossed into preseason games alongside backup linemen and fringe receivers, Shedeur won't be playing with scraps. He's stepping onto the field surrounded by the Browns' best available talent. This isn't a developmental exercise. This is a real test with real weapons. According to Jennings, that distinction changes everything. Timing routes are sharper. Protection is tighter. Playmakers can stretch the field and move the chains. And when you're a young quarterback trying to prove you belong, that kind of support isn't just helpful, it's essential. Jennings made it clear. This setup removes the safety net of excuses. If Shedeur performs, he'll be doing it with the same caliber of teammates he would have during the regular season. If he struggles, it won't be because he lacked help. It's a rare scenario. A rookie quarterback being handed the keys with a full tank and a high-performance engine under the hood. And that, Jennings emphasized, is exactly what makes this outing so important. The margin for error may be thin, but the opportunity for greatness, it's right there for the taking.
Yeah.
No one's doing that. And so he understands that he's going to have a good game plan. They're going to pretty much shrink the offense around him. And you're going to have the best available guys that you haven't had all.
Veteran Browns reporter Mary Kay Cabot didn't mince words when it came to Shedeur Sanders. In her view, this isn't just a symbolic start. It's a real opportunity, and not just against backups or vanilla defenses. According to Cabot, Shedeur is set to face the Carolina Panthers' first-team defense, a true test for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. This is as real as it gets. And here's the part that matters. Cabot believes he's earned it. Every rep, every snap, every ounce of trust, it hasn't been handed to him. It's been fought for day by day under the microscope of an NFL training camp. She doesn't see this as a cameo or a favor. She sees it as the beginning of something significant. A turning point, a shift in direction for the Browns and for Sanders. What's more, Cabot believes this is only the beginning, because every time Shedeur has been given a sliver of opportunity, he's turned it into something bigger. The more they give him, the more he proves. And now, the Browns are starting to notice. Those opportunities, they're not drying up. They're multiplying. And if this trend continues, if he keeps stacking moments like this, Cabot says it won't just be a hot start. It'll be a full-blown takeover.
Probably more of them, because they'll be on, two fields with the Browns defense going against the Panthers offense, and then the Browns offense going against the Panthers defense. So there should be more opportunities for him, and it's just a chance for him to step up and show what he can do. And I think he's a gamer. He is a gamer.
The stage is set, and the moment is undeniable. Shedeur Sanders is no longer waiting for a shot. He has it. With the starting job in hand and the football world leaning in, this isn't just another preseason game. It's an inflection point, a measuring stick, A public trial by fire where every throw, every read, every mistake, and every triumph will be dissected under the brightest lights of his young career. The doubters are watching, looking for cracks. The believers are watching, hoping for validation. And the analysts? They're circling, weighing every snap as proof of whether Shadur is ready or still too raw. Because this game doesn't just shape the next few weeks. It could shape the next few years. Will Shadur rise above the pressure and command the field like a seasoned pro? Or will the pace and physicality of NFL action reveal that he's still a work in progress? Tonight, it's not about stats. It's not about the final score. It's about presence, command, belonging. This is about showing the league and the world that Shedeur Sanders isn't just a headline or a last name. He's a quarterback ready to define his own era. The lights are on. The moment is real. And what happens next could be the start of something special. So buckle up. We may be witnessing the birth of the next big QB.